right, Steve.
All right, we'll call the meeting to order tonight. It's January 25th. And under new business, we need to sign the highway mileage certificate. We need to sign some liquor licenses, fleet permits, review and approve the 2021 budget, sign the town meeting warning, sign warrants, approve meeting minutes from January 11th. Is there any other business we need to act on tonight?
No.
All right. Get started with this stuff, I guess. This is the warning.
And there's two of them, there's one without the question, and then there's one with multiple, however you want to say it.
Okay, all right. So this is gonna be the official warning if we choose to sign it. Just annual meeting Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021. Legal voters of the town of Sheldon are hereby warned and notified to meet at Sheldon Town Clerk's office located at 1640 Main Street, St. Albans, Sheldon, Vermont, on Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021, to transact following business by Australian ballot. The polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Legal voters are further warned that a public informational hearing will be conducted by electronic means on, we set a date on that, yeah?
We did, I think it was the 20, it's the Monday before town meeting.
25th, right? February.
Does it have to be within so many days before that?
We had it, I believe it's the 20.
All right, so we have that date set.
The 22nd.
Monday night, 22nd.
I think that's what it said. She's gonna be right.
I thought we had that postcard.
Anyways, she's got insert the date here and the time. The meeting notice will, with information on the Zoom link, all that information will be posted separately. It'll be on the warning to elect following town officers as required by law. Moderator for a 1-year term, select board member for a 3-year term, select board member for a 2-year term, a lister for a 3-year term, library trustee for a 5-year term, library trustee for 1 remaining year of a 5-year term, library trustee for 2 remaining years of a 5-year term, and delinquent tax collector for a 1-year term. And then question 2 will be shall the voters authorize the total highway fund and general fund expenditures of which, that we'll insert that amount in there, and of which the amount shall be raised by taxes. Question 3, shall elected town officers who are not full-time employees of the town be compensated for their services to the town at a rate of $18 per hour? And then number 4 will be shall voters authorize the town treasurer to collect current taxes pursuant to 32 VSA section 4791, which is how we've always been doing it right along. We have to ask that question every year. And number 5, should the select board open those town highways not otherwise open under state law to use by all terrain vehicles? And then question 6, shall the voters approve the designation of the town-owned land located on Sweet Hollow Road as a Sheldon Town Forest? And then there's a couple other questions that we need to decide. Everybody good with this so far?
Yes.
Okay. There's a couple other questions here that, well, it's just one other question. Do we want this on the warning or don't we? There's a couple different ways to write it. We were,
Did I put his email in there too, Steve?
you know, yeah. Okay. So I got an email from our town attorney that says, on the cannabis article, which is the question that we're looking at here, I have been advising select boards to hold off on this vote if they can, as there has been no state regulations published yet, and towns do not really know what it will mean to allow retail sales. The state's Cannabis Control Board will not have final rules in place until early 2022. If the select board still wants to go forward with a vote this year, the board must choose one of the three options that I've included. So I guess we need to vote on this, whether we want to put this question in or not. Yes or no? I guess we'll vote yes, we want this question in here. And then we can decide which way we want it written. We don't want to be bothered written.
Do you hear the questions first? No.
You want to hear them? Okay, yeah, the choices are, shall the town authorize the operation of cannabis retailers in Sheldon pursuant to 7 BSA 863? The other way you could write it is, shall the town authorize an operation of integrated cannabis licenses in Sheldon pursuant of 7 BSA 863? Or shall the town authorize cannabis retailers and integrated cannabis licenses in Sheldon pursuant to 7 BSA 863? So, what's your pleasure? Yes or no?
I think we have an issue with questions that we can't answer. You're saying if it's not gonna go into effect till 2022, if people have questions, we don't have information to give them that is accurate, we don't know, and the answers aren't there yet.
And that's saying that it actually gets through and is done by 2022. I mean, and not knowing, but my vote is no. It's too much unknown.
No?
No. No.
Okay. We got 3 no's. I guess we'll leave that one out then. So we will go with this.
I'll make a motion to accept the warning as,
Originally read.
Okay.
I'll second that.
All there.
Aye.
So we just need to
Sign.
insert those dates, times
Yeah.
for that.
February
I
22nd.
take that back for tonight, because it's like, you didn't put anything about an animal control officer in there, that's just something we put in the paper.
Animal
You don't need
control
that.
is
Not voted
is
things.
higher, not.
Okay, that's.
Can't tell when I left.
And then on number 2, we'll need to insert those numbers. We'll go through, we'll approve this budget tonight, hopefully. And then we'll have those numbers that can be inserted in there. Right? We should be able to get that budget approved. Which one will go? That's the good email.
You guys will just have to sign that. Are you guys gonna come back by the 30th?
Huh?
Are you gonna come back by the 30th? Okay. Has to be warned by the 30th. So if you guys sign it, just, you can write them down and you'll sign them.
So, on this highway certificate, highway mileage.
Cartridge is included.
Yeah.
I think I gave you a copy of last year's.
Yep, we did.
Yeah.
With that, I'm gonna read that. Some stuff. Let's go over to- I'll read the meeting minutes from our previous meeting. And then, select board water commissioner meeting, January 11th of 2021 at 7:30 here at the town office. Present was Stephen Dodd, Greg Stebbins, Joe Dunleavy, Kim Dupre. Via Zoom was Seth Hungerford and Nick Norris. 7:40, Stephen opened the meeting and read the agenda. Board approved splitting the cost of the stenographer to record the proceedings of the PBR hearing for the tax appeal. Steve read the meeting minutes from December 28th meeting. Seth motion to accept is read, seconded by Joe, all in favor. Tim Bushy asked the board if they knew how to get property out of the floodplain. Board will try to find the answer and let Tim know. We reviewed the mileage certificate, which we're going to find tonight. Board approved the estimate from First Water Specialist to clean and inspect the water storage tank for our water system in town. Board reviewed quotes to replace guardrails and garage doors. Tabled that, needed more information from the road foreman, and we were gonna check out the door. Reviewed sheriff contract, Nick will contact sheriff and St. Albans Police Department for quotes. Sign warrants 2101 and 2102. And then, second motion to go into executive session, seconded by Nick, all in favor. At 8:30, we entered executive session. 9:30, we exited executive session. We had discussed the budget and the warning. Reported by Kim Dufresne. Make the motion to accept these minutes. Motion. All right, all in favor?
I think we signed our own. You guys all signed along with the canvas. Well, that's maybe in.
Yeah, I just took it on top because I thought that was the last one you read.
I forwarded everybody the documents from the sheriff's department. To your county email, if you guys have a chance to look at that.
I did quickly, but not in full depth. Basically, he said he would work with us.
So basically, the original one they sent was one that they sent to every town, I guess, to give them an idea of what the bigger contracts look like. But was not, ours isn't based off of need, like we want hours. Ours kind of works in reverse, where we said, hey, here's our budget for it, how many hours can you give? And that's what they worked with us before. It was like 32,000 a year for 12 hours. And they want to keep Sheldon, and he sent, I believe a similar proposal, gets us the same ballpark. I spoke to St. Albans City Police Chief, and he said that, they're interested, their hourly rate would be $77 an hour, which would get us 8 to 9 hours versus the sheriffs are going to give us about, I think, around $60, maybe a little less. To get us to the, I think, around 58, just to make the 12-hour mark for us. So that's pretty much what we're looking at is, the 35,000 is not gonna, because we're looking back at this a fixed number. Is do we want 9 hours from the city, or do we want 12 hours from the sheriff? At the same time, the sheriff, came to the ATV meeting, they're willing to work with us, and they have the equipment to do so. I'm not sure the city even has that, so if we were to, pass the ATV proposal and tell people that may be concerned about it, that we have law enforcement, we might not go with the people that are offering. So that's pretty much what we're at right now. State is out doing, my understanding from the conversation I had with them, was that the state police is not doing those types of contracts now.
No.
So that's what our choices are.
And we don't have to decide on that until the contract's up, right?
July, I think with the, well, I mean, it's once we,
Or they wanna know 60 days in advance.
Yeah, but we have, I mean, we have options now, we don't have to make a decision, okay. And I did meet with Seth, we got in that, I know we're gonna talk about the budget, but I did meet with Seth on the garage doors. And the one that the one ton comes in and out of, and the one towards the road, those two, definitely the one ton one needs to needs some love. And then the next one, the other two, the upper panels, have a little bow and the bottoms aren't bad. They've definitely been bandaged at some point. They've had some replacement panels. But I think those two definitely need to be addressed first. So, we can take that into consideration. And then like I also threw out to Seth is, do we want to keep them the cream color that he's painted them, or do we want to pick a different door color? Do we want to put them black, or do we want to put them red and, change the front of the color of the garage at the same time? Or maybe we don't even want to do that, but that's just a thought process to kind of dress it up a little bit if we could while we're making the door changes. We do something like that at the same time, so. The front was, he said 3 years ago. The other two, but the front, I mean, at some point, like if we want to, if we're going to replace the doors, do we want to replace them to go to white, or do you want to go to something that maybe trick it up?
did we find an answer to this floodplain thing? You guys looking for that information? On if they can get a waiver for that, or?
I think we have to have a,
I'll reach out to somebody.
civil engineer come in.
But they said they had a civil engineer. No, they had a surveyor.
There's notes in the file, in this office.
Well, it's not, they're kind of something, I'm sure. That's also separate.
Nothing from, Heather yet, so to speak? No.
One thing I'd like to add to our meeting minutes, if we could, for new business, is mailbox policy. I know we talked about it last year. Yeah, replacing, not replacing, or what we're gonna, how we're, cause I saw that, read that in the.
Okay. Which is actually 3 answers.
Bob. No last name, just Bob. Uh,
But just using, we also. Yes. So on the road crew thing, do we have, I know we said like maybe we should, do we have a decision and direction on, should we find a standby? Do we have anyone now that we don't have it anymore? Or to direct staff, like if you have someone absent, this is who you call them, that they know, do we set that up for you? Depart or at least get someone lined up?
Yeah. It's good. We should. Correct. Do that meter reader,
We got the new readings in for December, so we'll start with those readings for our March.
get any trustees.
What's involved in the library trustee?
Right now, they're meeting every other, I haven't met in a while, but they used to meet every other month. Just review what's happening in the library, what programs are happening and what it is.
Higher librarians and this, you know, stuff.
So it's not a big task, it's just that. See, my wife is just doing it. Close enough. She likes, she used the library a little bit, but maybe it was for going in the building and stuff.
We'll go over the budget stuff. Make sure we got our numbers in. Everybody like them. What we approve this. Or you want to talk about mail out policy while you guys are still going through those?
Yeah, I don't know, you got concerns about mailboxes or?
Well, I know last year we talked about it, that, we didn't have one, and, I think there needs to be a policy, like, something where either we're paying for them or we're not paying for them, or, you know, like, not putting our town guys like, well, the snow hit it, we're not gonna fix it, or the plow did hit it, and then, you know, where that gray area of someone can say, well, no, they did hit it, and the town guy is saying, no, he didn't hit it. I don't wanna put them in that circumstance, and I think either we're gonna, every mailbox is fixed, or every mailbox isn't fixed, and that's, I mean, it needs to be that clear, you know, I don't think the wishy-washy, but again, that's my opinion, but again, I'm just throwing it out there.
I think so far this year, it's been good, they've been just going with this.
Yeah, and if that's what we're gonna do, then we need to, I mean, I think it needs to be stated that way. I mean, and again, I don't know the circumstances and everything, but I just don't want it to be,
We have a lot this year.
Or
Two.
Oh, I mean, good new plowers.
Two, three,
I think there's 3 or 4.
Was that all on your road?
No, I haven't had any on my road.
Mailbox, you're the mailbox commissioner.
I'm just saying that, you know, if, obviously it's gonna always happen, and I think the townspeople should know, and the road crew should know of what, you know, if we're gonna fix them all, that's fine, or if we're not gonna fix them all, that's fine too.
Well, there,
I just,
is there a, I mean, is there also some gray area? I mean, if somebody installs a mailbox in a shitty way,
you're close to the road.
you know what I mean? Or
And it tips over first time it
or
rains.
then, you know, they bury it 6 inches deep rather than do what they're supposed to do.
mhm.
Or you just put it back the way it was, or, you know what I mean?
That's why I'm asking the question I'm asking.
Yeah. Gray area, but I think there's a lot of residents in town that can't fix their own mailbox, probably, that, you know, you feel bad if they. But if you live on a state road, the state's not fixing mailbox, so, I don't know. My first thought would be, yeah, have the guys go out and fix their mast, whether it's their mast or not, but. Like, you know, like you said, that can get sticky too, you get something that's got a steel pole and that's bent over like that, so you don't, you know, cement it in the ground and bent over like that.
We want to get our excavator out there,
You know, like I said, you go to the back and over straight
Yeah.
in it, or, you know.
I mean, you take a wet, heavy snow that's 8 inches and you hit a mailbox late in the spring, or just the snow, they're all gonna lean. Well, then are we fixing every mailbox that's lean, you know what I mean? Or are we just fixing damaged one? You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, I agree. It's like, it's that.
Yeah, you live on a state road, you don't.
These are not last time
I don't know, where would we, I mean, is that policy we put in the town records, or is it? I guess you'd have to put something in there about within reason, I guess.
I mean, I know we looked at some last year.
You brought this one.
I'm just, I know we talked about it last year, and that's all. We're getting back in the plowing season. I mean, we've been lucky where we haven't had much in it, but we're getting back into it. And I know right now Seth's been taken care of, but at what point does Seth?
Well, I think you could just put in some sort of clause where, to be fixed to the best of our town ability, you know, may not be, we'll throw a mailbox back up and running if you want it done a certain way, then you do it. And then I think people that can't do it at all will take it, you know, hey, our mailbox is back up and running, we're happy. We may say, I'll put it in myself, because this time, in case you need in concrete, and bounce the file off the road, and hits it, you know.
You know, I think it was Georgia that said they don't, you're in the town right away and we don't fix them. And then I think it was, and I know Fairfax, when I think last year was Fairfax, that said you have 72 hours to form a complaint and then we give you a stipend towards fixing your mailbox. So, I mean, those are the kind of options that we've seen, or I remember looking at last year. So, I mean, I could go either way.
Yeah.
If you want to table it for a little while to think on it,
I really don't think we hit that many mailboxes, so then ones you do hit,
Yeah, again,
I mean, it isn't like they take every mailbox down on the street. They only hit one or two.
A simple way of wording it is if our plow removes your mailbox, then, then it's.
then I would just have it at the policy, is if we hit a mailbox, we'll fix it.
How many do we fix? 5?
Yeah.
I don't, I'm just asking the question, I'm just,
We get massive mailbox problems in the water.
Yeah, what's the cost of fixing the lost?
It's usually probably just going to stand there back up.
I need a policy, just to think.
well, I guess I'm not a policy, but just a marching order of what we're gonna do. So I know last year we talked about it 3 times, and I don't think we ever came to a conclusion of what we're gonna do.
Send an email to the foreman and say, hey, I'm not closing your box.
Fix it. And I just wanna make sure that we're clear on every single scenario,
Because
because
it seems to make them very angry when the mailbox gets not ordered.
I know in the past,
The fixing of mailboxes.
I know in the past it hasn't been that way, so that's why I was asking the question.
We got a new mail guy.
Yes.
All right, figure out where's that, and we'll, put it next meeting.
Is that to me, I take it? I'm passing that on to Kim.
So if we need to consult the town attorney on that one, or if we can just, fair damage done by town.
I just say, Zach, knock over mailbox.
Yeah, and that's,
Libby's going to be very mad.
she usually puts a nice little note if you need to make adjustments.
But no.
You're getting off?
A nice little mailbox note.
What?
If it's very nice, you get a little smile on it.
The old post office, is that just all living space for people live in now? They just took over. Did they own that building and
They
they?
rented that portion to the post office.
Did they auction off
There
or
you go.
sell the mailboxes?
Someone Historical Society bought the mailboxes.
Okay, that's what I thought, they're trying to line the mailboxes.
No, that's not a tax case. Oh, you could have seen both of them.
Someone posted a picture of the old, mailboxes, whatever, might have been the historical society.
Because Pat painted the boxes, and it looks awesome in the window. If you go by it, you think those are mailboxes, but it's a painting of those mailboxes.
Next to the mailboxes, so it looks like a lot of mailboxes.
Oh, the mailboxes are there now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In the town, in the,
Yeah, if you walk by the historical society, the first window, you'll see a painting of all the mailboxes, which look like mailboxes. Right next to it is a real mailbox.
Oh.
Pretty cool. I remember PO Box 11, the code was IT.
20B, 23. I don't know what they had a code here too.
So is the one in the spring open all day now? Just so happy.
Oh, yeah, everything's good.
were you looking to pick up packages or send them out?
Yeah, that one,
The post office, but they close at 11.
they weren't even open, nobody was open. Firefighter, it was weird.
And then the post office is closed.
Just call me, I'll look up one today.
Auditors will be here tomorrow, Wednesday.
Oh. Yeah. What, something wrong or they just?
December, they sent me a list of everything they were looking at, so I sent them that information. Today, I sent, the general ledger and a detailed info.
Did they add some signs to the cane room, or it's just like?
Yes. Stuff that Seth said he had, he didn't buy anymore, it was just ones he had. We talked to him about adding some more, let's, that doesn't go in there. Oh, yeah, it is.
Like Seth was saying, I go through, 3 towns every morning on the way to work. Sheldon's, at least on that one road, is always the best.
Our salon is terrible down that.
Yeah, it's not good. So, budget. We need to approve this or disapprove it, or?
It's a big one. 14,000 and whatever, that's 44,000, what was it last year?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
40.
That's what it was.
44,000, it should have been
14 something.
4,400, there was,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, I went through a long twice, Demetrius has been through a long twice. We hope they're right.
And then when things start slowing down here, we're gonna need, did the guy, I think doing a sewer, some sort of sewer assessment or something,
Sewer assessment?
wasn't, we were working with somebody.
Yes. Aldridge and Elliott, and when they did the,
Where are they on that?
I think Hubert has, I think they had something, they had to replace the heating system and a couple things on, in that report that needs to be done.
Did we not, oh, no, where did we add the money for the doors, or did we not add it in there? Did we
It's
only-
in there, I think it's down below.
Yeah, we did it, and,
13,000.
expenses,
Where is it?
so geez, man,
I see the guardrails. Highway building repairs, oh, right there, yeah.
Where is it?
It's under highway building repairs.
Is that the road maintenance or?
It's on
expenses?
garage expenses, number, fifth one, sixth one down. Sixth one down, yeah. Was 3, it's now up.
That should take care,
That would take care of 3.
I actually went, I don't see major necessity for the guardrail on, Sheldon Heights. I mean,
Yeah, we talked
you gotta
about
be
it.
doing something pretty stupid to go off the road and everything.
Is that,
I drove my delivery truck up there the other day, dropped some off to Mr. Chris Norris, and, the guy, I get it, there is a dry hydrant there. Maybe you check that, but it's not,
Nothing that has to be done.
yeah, it's not like there's a turn either side of it close at all. Like if you got wonky coming off 105, you got plenty of time to straighten out for the that. Yeah.
what is
No, it's a lifeline.
it? 35?
I think so.
Huh?
Is it 35 or 25?
25.
Either, 25.
You really gotta be doing something wonky.
I mean, coming off 105, guys, yeah, you know.
There was 3 inches of snow and I was a rear-wheel drive box truck, I made it line, so.
We saw you had that box truck home the other night.
Well, the part of the town clerk's here, I know that was illegal. Just to get out of that. Yeah.
thing or not, as long as it's snowing.
He was not, for sure.
Does anybody have any questions on this, or from like jumping out of it?
Not yet.
Have we heard any more about, the potential of a collaboration zoning from towns? Not since I last was.
No, and I haven't followed back up with
Yeah, somebody, big,
Bakersfield. Bakersfield is interviewing Fairfield's person to do theirs.
Because I questioned it, too. See if you would be interested in it.
And I asked Bakersfield after they were done interviewing how they thought, but I haven't circled back around to that.
I usually do this.
So but again, I haven't circled back to that with him to see. And I did reach out to Fairfield to see if they would be interested at some point, maybe doing something with the sheriff's department, and it was on their meeting tonight, so.
They have a bridge being fixed on 126.
Which one?
I don't think it's one of the other store.
But do they allow ATVs?
So that's a state.
State, yeah, it's in a-
No, and I don't think that's gonna move at all.
no. The answer to that, yes and no.
Yes and no.
They haven't put it on the discussion protocol yet, but can I include the four wheelers and there?
Can't think of words do something about that.
Not a good answer.
One question I had was we have to just put the tax collector on the 1 year a year, even though you're gonna do it.
Yes,
Cause it's an elected position, is that why you have to put it on every year?
I don't know if it has to be elected,
Appointed?
and you would have to,
It's a voted
Yeah.
position right now, I don't know if we have to change something to make it appointed position or not.
I think we can, but I don't.
Yeah.
Kim, I have something that I'd like you to do on this. Can you, on the utility truck, can you put the year on it? That'd be possible. I think it's a 15.
It is a 15, but actually we were talking about having, yeah, was that the only one we used?
The only reason we don't have that is because we know what that truck is.
Yeah, but the year is what.
You don't know the year.
I don't know the
We
year.
don't know the year either, but when we're doing bills, we know it's utility.
Yeah, you can leave a utility truck, just add 15 next to it, or 2015, or you can put Seth's request if you want next to it, that's fine, I don't care. SH 15, yeah, that's fine. I'm not seeing anything that jumps out at me as blatantly crazy or missed or,
I mean, comparing to last year, a lot of things, couple things went down, couple things went up, so it's.
but I mean, I'm just making sure the numbers that we did jump up or jumped up, and, you know, there's nothing that has got an extra zero that shouldn't have an extra zero.
Alright, so real quick, to summarize the surplus and the plans for it. We have in revenue, so total of 400,000 is what we're looking at.
Total revenue is 3 something.
301.
That's the revenue on that first page. Okay.
That's the stuff we get in.
So the plan to hold back some of that for the unknown due to COVID. Well,
It's not the revenue, it's the check, the number on the top, the checking account, that's 335,000.
right,
That's the amount they're taking it out of. What we already took in.
okay.
But we carried roughly, what, 235, 200 last year.
260.
So we're really, basically what we're doing is carrying the same surplus we did last year, but we had more, so we're taking that off the
Okay.
Tax rate.
tax rate.
Okay.
And so that is 270.
So we'll still have the 230 or somewhere in there as a emergency kind
Yes.
of thing, but it's,
Just working.
Working money.
right.
And then separate question, I don't know, we read, saw in the warning. The question on ATVs for the wording,
That is the wording, that's from the lawyer,
that's from the lawyer.
yes. He's reviewed our own warning.
Why I don't know, maybe you asked this, maybe, I don't know if you should, but why do we not ask, shall the select board develop
Ordinance.
an ordinance? Because it seems kind of open-ended, like, should the select board open the town highways, not otherwise open under state law, to use by ATVs? Seems like such a red light, green light, could have developed an ordinance.
You do have the ordinance, you're just waiting, you're just wanting to know if they want the select board to open the highway.
Right, I'm saying to the voter that doesn't know there's an ordinance. Shouldn't this be worded in a way that says that?
And that, all I'm thinking it means you're gonna get an ordinance, not that you're just
But
gonna say,
now, but we're implying that someone knows that, is what I'm getting at, is that if someone doesn't know that we have an ordinance with the considerations for speed limit, safety, law enforcement, noise, hours of operation, don't we want to, or are we just gonna solely rely on the informational meeting to convey that to voters? Because someone who doesn't know, well, this means they have an ordinance.
Oh, so we
That's
use,
what I'm wondering, is we saying something for clarity, for the wording saying, should we let the ATVs on the roads without them knowing there's a plan and ordinance here?
Steve, there's a
well, we still have
line from the lawyer there with it highlighted. There's-
to have an ordinance or
But
now,
you're just asking the select board to open the roads. So now the select board are gonna have to come up with an ordinance for the roads.
And I'm talking about informing the voters that don't know that, because we're talking about things that aren't written down on this, that they're gonna vote on. Someone that may not go to the informational meeting because they're not on Zoom, they're not comfortable with it, and they show up to vote, and all they know is this question says, should the select board open the town highways? They're gonna go, no, I don't want it, without realizing that there's an ordinance and there's a plan. So I'm asking,
But that's all we're asking, should we open the roads?
Should we open the roads? That's what you're asking.
Do we want to open the roads? That's it.
I mean, obviously, the other thing is, so once that's just gonna gauge where the town's at, essentially.
Yeah,
We
you
can
can
we can still do it or not do it, whatever the vote is, it's just, if we start to have an informational meeting once we do that, and there's so much time that people have to.
can I ask this? Do you remember a few years out here, I don't know if you were there for this, a few years ago, the fire department, the question was asked first about purchasing a new fire truck before they gave the display with the information, and everybody voted no, or to table it until the following year. And they saw the presentation, and they were like, oh, we didn't vote for that. And that's why I'm asking, or is this by itself kind of, not giving the issue, the information to the voters that they may need to make an informed decision?
Probably not, but I think if you give you enough information to know where you're gonna be at. I mean, if it comes back from Kansas, yes, we know that we can probably pass emergency, no problem. If it comes back from Kansas, no, we may want to reevaluate.
Okay.
Just my opinion.
Just posing the question because of what we saw with the fire truck. Once people had information, they were like, it changed their perspective, and they're like, oh, absolutely.
That's anything with the fire truck couldn't be passed at that meeting because they're not a student.
Sorry?
That fire truck couldn't be passed at that meeting, had to go to Australian ballot because of the amount.
still a technicality, but I'm just saying,
So I guess,
as far as I'm in favor of versus not in favor of it,
Yeah,
I guess
just swayed by information.
you could potentially see if you could,
is there,
at the end of the sentence, it says, should the select board open those town highways not otherwise open under state law to use by all trained vehicles, ATVs question mark, could you put in
has to be yes, no.
per the ordinance? Per the
We don't
newly,
have the ordinance, that's the thing, we're just asking now if they wanna open the roads, we don't have an ordinance.
If we put anything about ordinance on there, we'd have to have our ordinance done and put it on there.
Right.
We're just asking, do they wanna
Want to
open?
open the roads, and if they don't wanna open the roads, they don't wanna open the roads, if they wanna open the roads, they wanna open the roads, and then you have to get an ordinance.
Okay.
Because we don't have an ordinance yet,
when we get the results back, we'll say somebody guesses, somebody knows.
yes, we'll know what their answer is to that.
Yeah,
So when the polls close at 7:00, we can call Kim at 7:05 and be like, what's her answer?
Call me a little later. All right, Kim County, let's get some writers, 1, 2, 3, 4, we can have some more counters.
I got animal control to do that, right?
I'll make a motion to accept this budget.
All right, take that motion,
I will second the motion.
that, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, so then you can transpose these numbers over this morning. You have the dates for the Zoom meeting or whatever we're gonna do.
February 22nd,
That'll go on this morning.
at 6 PM via Zoom or call-ins.
Yes, that was on that morning.
That should be early, right?
All signatures.
All right, is there anything else that we need to discuss?
Building something, no? Not even so?
What?
Not even?
No, I'm good, I'm good.
Oh, I passed on the information to the CUV about fire department, property. This city's gonna talk to, at their next meeting, talk to the board of chair and get back to us, but, the fire department had asked about if they were to, not free Wi-Fi, but power backup. If there's a, container or a building that has all the servers, whatever, running, it's a power backup, is where the fire department can, get in on that. Systems.
The fire department doesn't have a generator?
We do it, but it is not automatic.
Oh,
So I think it was, Rick was knowing.
I'm gonna get it now.
Way there, computer office stuff. But I'm not sure if they, but I know they did do a generator. It's on, they took out site the, on the parking lot side, or outside, because they had come up that, shelter place, to the facility. Pretty sure they did. Anyway. All right.
Make a motion to adjourn.
No.
Second that.
All right, meeting's adjourned.